I think first of all, I would like to thank Danny for the amazing tee up about myself. So I will spend the next 30 minutes sharing with you about my new skin journey. And normally I like to begin with this slide that talk about life is a matter of choices, right? And every choices that you make, right, actually makes you. So where you are today, right, is because of a series of choices that you have made in the past. Just like why you are here on tonight, right, to listen to my sharing is because it's also a choice that you have actually made. So I would like you to really open your heart to listen to my sharing for the next 30 minutes. And I hope that, right, my journey in New Skin can give you an insight to help you to succeed faster in this business. So another thing I would like to always mention is that a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. I'm really, really grateful to get to know New Skin about 7 years ago, and my life has completely transformed. And I'm also very, very grateful to the STSG crew and also the organizer there for inviting me tonight, right, to do my sharing. And here is my story. So this is where I'm going to start, right? Actually, just like most of you, I come from a very, very ordinary family. My dad is a businessman. My mom is actually a homemaker. And I have 3 younger sisters and 1 younger brother. I'm actually the eldest in my family. So what's a bit different about me is that I think I'm pretty fortunate in the sense that at the age of 20 years old, my parents decided to send me to Australia to study. So I graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in the field of Electrical and Electronic Engineering from the University of Melbourne. And because my result was very good, not only I'm actually a first class honors, I'm in fact a Dean Honors List student for the 4 years, right, during my undergraduate. So for people who don't know much, right, Dean's Honor List, right, basically refer to the top 3% of the class. So because of my very, very good result, I was given a scholarship to further my study in Master of Engineering Science. So upon completing my studies, right, in engineering science, in the master, I was given another opportunity. This time now, no longer from Melbourne University. I was given a scholarship to study in Cambridge University to do my PhD. So I just want to play a game, right, with all the friends who are online tonight. So anyone wants to make a guess whether I actually took up the offer to go to Cambridge to do my PhD? For those who think that I went, please type yes, one or yes. And those who think that I didn't take up the scholarship offer, please type no. Okay, so just want to see. Yeah, okay. So actually the answer is no. Because that time I start to think about what I really want in life. So I decided that I want to pursue a life that I really want and not what is expected of me. Of course, until now, my dad couldn't really forgive me, right, for not taking up the offer to pursue my PhD in Cambridge. But again, right, this is my life. This is I really need to decide, right, what I want to do next. So I was very, very fortunate. I managed to move into the finance industry. So then some of you must be wondering, right, okay, you graduated as an engineering, you studied 6 years in the engineering field, and how did you venture into finance? I always believe that if there's a will, right, there's actually a way. When I was doing my Master of Engineering Science, I'm already doing my Chartered Financial Analyst. I completed 2 levels of my CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, right, while I was doing my Master. So I'm very lucky to get a job in Hong Kong. You might consider myself very lucky, but also because I have this simple belief, right, I can find a job in Hong Kong, and that's why I apply and I take action, and I did end up getting a job in Hong Kong. So this is where I spent 10 years in the investment banking industry. So I work very, very hard, just like most of you, to climb up the corporate ladder. So like our MC has introduced, right, earlier, I managed to reach executive director, i.e. senior vice president with JP Morgan in Hong Kong. So what do I do there, right? This is a very interesting topic. I'm actually an investment analyst. So what I do, I advise people what stocks to invest, and I specializes in the insurance companies and all the insurance companies in Asia Pacific. So my coverage is actually very big, from Korea to Hong Kong to China to Malaysia, basically the whole of Southeast Asia. And because of this, right, I actually get to travel a lot. And if you ask me, do I love my job? Yeah, of course I love my job, right? I love my job in the sense that because I get paid very, very well, I work twice as hard as compared to my peers, basically people who graduated around the same time as me, but I actually get 5 to 10 times more in terms of pay, right? So, and I'm also in one of the best, I think, the most vibrant city, maybe not now, Hong Kong, right, in the most vibrant city. And with the money that I was making, right, I was actually living a very, very good life. So how good was my life, right? It's just to let you guys have a feel lah, okay? I am someone, right, who can actually go and buy a car, a Mini Cooper, right, over one weekend. So I remember I went to the showcase and I checked on the car and I told the person that I'm coming back tomorrow. Simple reason is because I couldn't make up the decision on the color, and the next day I went and buy a car with all cash. So I guess that's a pretty good life that I'm living. So there's sometimes, right, people will be wondering, right, is someone who is living such a good life, right, why would this person, right, want to change? Do you get what I'm trying to say, right? Why do I want to change, right? It's because I realized that even though I love my job, I get to travel a lot. I basically living in 5-star hotel, traveling business class. But as I get older, I realize that I'm exchanging time with money. I work really hard. So basically, I work 12 hours a day. That's excluding traffic jam. Seriously, I work at least 12 hours a day, and I work on either weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. And when there's a major announcement, my handphone will ring non-stop because client will be chasing me, right, whether to buy or to sell the stock. So that was the stressful life that I have to go through for the 10 years I was in the banking industry. So really, I know that what the slide that you're seeing right now, right, some of you might have seen that many times, but do you really open your heart, right, and ask yourself this question? If you continue doing your current job, right, will you achieve time freedom and able to spend more time with your family member? I think this is very important though. I decided to join Nu Skin at the age of 36 years old. Because I really asked myself, if I continue in banking, right, for another 10 years, do I get the result that I want? Yeah, maybe I will get a bit more money, but maybe not. Maybe I would have lost my job already. But I realized that I can no longer exchange time with money because I'm actually getting older. And the thought of working in banking for another 10 years until I'm 46 years old really freaked me out. And the thought to continue another 10 years, right, up to 56 years old, right, really did make me feel like I'm having a nightmare and I must change immediately. And also, I'm very grateful, right, to my direct sponsor, who is my sister, and also my brother-in-law, because they really see that I deserve a better life. I think this is very important. They really see that someone as hardworking as me really deserve a much better life. And because of that, they have never given up influencing me. And thanks to one big convention, I decided to join Nu Skin full-time. Yeah. So, why do I have this certainty, right, that Nu Skin is the way that is the business that I want to go into? It's actually very simple. I really understand, right, the concept of active versus passive income. I was making a very good active income, no doubt about it. But again, I'm not in control of my active income. In the past, right, I would think that if let's say I'm a top performer, I might not get fired. But we all know that, right? These days, a department can get closed down and a company can get closed down. So I'm not in control in my active income. However, passive income, right? Passive income is basically about accumulating asset. Yes, it's very true that it might take years to accumulate, right? But once you accumulate the asset belongs to you, and the asset, right, will continue to give you income forever. And that's the reason why I buy into this business, right? It's because of the passive income. And again, right, it's really not about how hard you work, right? It's actually whether you manage to pick the right platform. So here's a picture of our COE tree, Miss Lilian Ong. She's also one of my mentor as well. And I remember that in the year 2016, we were given a talk in the Wisma MCA. Of course, she's the main speaker. She spoke for 1 hour. I spoke for 8 minutes only. But I'm not sharing with you, right? It's about the time difference that we speak, right? I'm sharing with you more, right? It's actually our income curve. She started Nu Skin at 2002, and I started my investment banking career at 2003. So in 7 years later, she managed to make $1 million US. I calculated, right, I pretty much make the same amount of money. But let's say, right, for the subsequent 7 years, she made another $9 million US to make herself, right, a $10 million circle member. Whereas, right, I realized that no matter how hard I work, right, I'm not going to make another 9 million because there's no way that I can make 9 times harder. And that's the reason why I realized that there's no compounding, right, in the platform that I was in, and I'm basically in the wrong platform. And why direct sales, right? Actually, the question is why not, right? I have often talked to a lot of friends. They are telling me they want to start a business. They are telling me they are struggling, right, with what product to sell. To me, Nu Skin has already provided everything. Nu Skin has the best R&D, like Boon Sing has mentioned earlier. Nu Skin provide the products, provide the customer service, provide the logistic, and everything. So all I need to do, right, is basically to leverage on Nu Skin platform to do the business. And I am just in charge of the sales and marketing department only. I don't have to worry about any other thing. And Nu Skin has a product, right, that solve everyone's daily life. It has a product that say everyone's daily problem. And also with Nu Skin, right, I can actually open franchise, right, and actually build a business empire on that. Okay. Why I really skeptical about traditional business, right, is because my dad is actually a traditional business owner. And I see that during the 1998 crisis, right, he was literally on the verge of bankrupt. And at the same time, I was actually studying in Australia then. I'm very fortunate because my dad has enough asset, right, to sell off, right, to actually support my education. So I realized that when you fail in the business because of external environment, it could be game over. It pretty much was game over for my dad because at his age, right, he couldn't really bring himself to start another new business. Whereas here in network marketing, right, I realized that we can fail many times. But as long as we continue to learn, and the moment we manage to master the skill, right, the skill of like sales and then activation, right, we are pretty much done. And I also strongly believe that, right, ST is a proven system and so many COEs, right, are being produced. I'm guaranteed to be successful here. And the best part of it, right, I'm actually in control of my own speed, depending on how hardworking and how compliant I am, right, in terms of working closely with my upline. And of course, the moment that I decided to do Nu Skin, right, do you think it's a very easy or very smooth sailing for me? The answer is actually no. For people who are looking at the slide right now, right, how many of you have this problem? You can raise your hand now because your upline is actually not with you. So for people who really pay attention to my sharing just now, I spent about 6 years in Australia and then I spent about 10 years in Hong Kong. So I have 2 amazing upline who is my brother-in-law and my sister, and they basically have reached out to everyone before I started doing Nu Skin. So when I moved back to Malaysia, I do feel that I have no friends, I have no network, and it's very difficult for me to do this business. I'm very grateful to Lillian because she did one alignment with me. She told me to create. Of course, initially, I wasn't too happy, right, with her answer, what do you mean by create? But again, when I finally calm myself down, I asked myself, who want to succeed in Nu Skin? I say that it's me because I want to achieve time and financial freedom. If that's the reason I decided to start on the business, right, why am I telling myself that I can't make it? I have no friend. Can you imagine if you're driving, you are stepping on the accelerator and the brake at the same time? The car is not going to go anywhere. So I told myself that I need to change my mindset. We can create miracles here. So what are friends? Friends are just basically acquaintance, right? That you get to, strangers that you get to know, eventually you become acquaintance and eventually you become friends, right? So I have actually a lot of friends right now after 7 years doing Nu Skin in Malaysia. So I have friends who I can put them in 3 different categories. The one group, right, is actually customer. The other group is future customer, and the third group is actually business builder. So whatever challenge that you're going through right now, you might think that it's actually your biggest challenge, right? There's no way that you can overcome it. Trust me, the moment that you make up a mind that you want to overturn the situation, you can. And the biggest challenge that you might have, right, turn out to your bigger competitive advantage. Right now, I can actually make friends, right, with anyone. And that's what I actually enjoy the most as well. And of course, right, and what are the outcome that I really want here in Nu Skin? Of course, this 525, 125, right? This organization structure, and I'll be able to make about 23,000 US dollars per month. Actually, this is what I really wanted when I first joined Nu Skin. And I told myself that I will do whatever it takes, right, until I get this income I will never stop. And to me, this is a very, very simple business. All I need to do is just to find 5 like-minded people, and everyone needs to find 5 like-minded people, and I'll be able to build up this 525 and 125 organization structure. And how do I look at network marketing? Right? I never look at network marketing as a sales business though. Day one, I joined this business, I'm actually very, very clear. I'm here to accumulate asset so that I can have passive income. So where are my assets? My assets are basically my downline. And the beauty of these assets, right, is that I don't have to spend a single cent to acquire them. All I need to do is to spend time to share with them the business, to help them to become a good leader in this platform only. And the other beauty of this asset, right, they can multiply. 1 become 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 8. You can't say that this will happen to your the property that you own. And then the other good thing about this kind of asset, right, is they are mobile. They can move everywhere, and they can bring my business, right, overseas as well. So how to do this business, right? Actually, this business is really simple. It's about a business of helping others. The more people that we help with the products, the more people that we help with the business opportunity, the faster we will succeed in this platform. I always use this example, right, to share with you, right, what exactly we are doing by helping people. So today, if you see an old lady crossing the street, will you go forward to help this old lady to cross the street? Maybe this old lady is a bit grumpy that day and told you that, no, I can handle it myself, I don't need your help. But let's say, right, does it stop you, right, from helping another old lady next time to cross the street? Probably no, right? Because we all have a helping heart. So here, every day, we just think of one person, right, that we can help with the product and we can help with the business only. And do we have what people need here? Of course, everyone wants better health. And especially after COVID-19, everyone is so worried about their immunity. They know they're being overweight, right? They are more vulnerable to the virus attack. And do people want beauty? Of course, everyone beauty. I'm 40 plus years old. I'm very worried, right? If I'm 60 years old, I look like 60 years old. That's not something that I want. And I'm sure everyone you online, right, share the same sentiment as me. And of course, for a business opportunity, right, they are selling health and beauty product, definitely they're going to be in demand. And I think what is more amazing, right, we're actually providing a home-based opportunity. What does this mean? This means that, right, everyone can run a global business from the comfort of their home. Who doesn't want that? And recently, I have a new a new downline, a new BR. She told me that she's actually a homemaker for 30 over years. And because of this home-based opportunity, she can actually start on this business, right? She can actually build a legacy for her family. So I can tell you that home-based business, right, is definitely something that everyone wants. And our business is really, really simple. It's really all about sharing experiences and connecting needs. I'm going to share with you this example, right? It's so easy, right? What we are really doing here, right, is just to share examples also, share experience only. I go on dates quite often lah, and very often, right, I end up closing my dates product. Of course, I have to say, right, I have no intention, right, to close a person's product, right, especially my date, right, on the first few days of the dates, right. But again, right, because I'm so into sharing the product. So for example, someone you told me that I'm having hair loss problem. I was like, are you serious? Keep telling me all these problems. I have no choice, right? I have to share with this person about Dual so that it can help him with the hair loss problem. And then I also have another experience, right? Also during another date, the guy keep telling me that he has been putting on weight, right, after eating too much durian. So what should I do? Of course, I share with him TR90, right? So again, right, my intention is not to close end product. My intention to is enjoy the day. But because I love Soul Team's product so much, right, I so believe in the new skin product, right, I just find any opportunity, right, to share with them, especially when I know that they have the need. And a lot of people are telling me that is new skin business really, really good. I just want to share with you, when the tide goes out, right, then we discover who is actually swimming naked. Everyone does well when the economy is doing well. But when COVID-19, right, has literally stopped the world for the last 2 months, right, I truly see the benefits, the value of new skin. It reaffirmed, right, my belief that I make a very, very right decision about 7 years ago. So personally, I have been through about 3 recessions, including the one that's coming right now. The first one being 1998, like I mentioned earlier, my dad business almost folded, and I was very, very lucky, right, that my dad has enough asset to sell to continue to support my education. Then the other crisis, right, is the year 2008. And that time, I was actually not working. Because I was so burnt out, right, from working, I decided to quit the industry. So I actually wasn't working, right, during the whole crisis. I spent 3 months traveling, and then after that, I spent another 3 months looking for a job. Okay, but because it's actually a really, really bad crisis back then, right? When I decided to rejoin the industry, I still remember I was on the verge, right, of accepting a job offer that actually paid me 1/3 of my previous salary. But again, I was very, very lucky. My old company decided to take me back. I guess I'm pretty good at what I do. But again, right, because that time I'm actually 32 years old. But can you imagine, right? I'm actually 44 years old right now. If let's say I'm still in the banking industry, right, do you think that I will be as fortunate? I'll be definitely worrying about my job security now. And sad to say that, right, I think that I might even backstab someone, right, just to secure my position only, which is something that I hated, right, in the banking industry. But that said, I'm very, very lucky because I'm in New Skin right now. Despite this crisis, right, it's probably one of the biggest, right, that I believe that hitting us right now. But I've never been so calm in my life. My business actually continued to grow during this so-called lockdown period. So our business is truly a home-based business. So our team are able to do a lot of online activities, do a lot of product talk, and also business talk as well. And during this period of time, my business has actually expanded overseas. It has expanded to countries like US and also Australia. And I'm very, very glad that I have actually picked a recession-proof industry. Business continue to grow during the bad time. And of course, our business always grow during the good time as well. So I'm very, very confident, right? Should there be another recession in 10 years' time, when I'm in my 50s, right, my business is actually just going to grow to the next height only. And I think beside the peace of mind, right, I think I'm very, very glad that I'm able to provide better health for myself and also for people that I really, really care a lot, including my parents. So this is a transformation of my mom. So at 56 years old, she has actually already started age lock product for about 1 year. So you can see her transformation. It's pretty amazing, right? I'm going to show you her photo, right? Before she started on any age lock product, this is her photo. She actually hated this photo, right? Because she couldn't believe that she actually looked like that before she started the product. So not only that my mom has transformed physically, right? Both my parents are actually very, very healthy. And to me, right, this is one of the biggest value, right, I can have, right? Because I'm actually in New Skin business. Then of course, right, I'm also going to show you my own transformation. So this is my own transformation. So some of my friends, you say that, wow, Bao Ling, you're very, very lucky. You look like you have not aged, right? The honest truth is I have aged. But again, thanks to New Skin product, I'm able to regain my youthfulness again, okay? So actually this whole crisis, right, I have never panicked at all because I know how to take care of my health, and also I know how to take care of my parents' health. I think this is something that's very, very priceless to me. And also when the government first announced the MCO and the interstate travel ban in Malaysia, I literally have 30 minutes, right, to pack my suitcase and to drive back to Kuantan to be with my parents. Why did I decide to go back to Kuantan? It's because I feel that it's actually my responsibility, right, to be with my parents, to make sure that they are okay, right, during this uncertain time. Because that time was really, really uncertain because we don't know how long the MCO will last. We didn't know how serious the virus situation is. But I'm very, very grateful that I'm actually with New Skin. If not New Skin, right, I definitely can't go back to Kuantan and actually spend 2 months with them. Can you imagine if let's say I'm in Hong Kong, there's no way I can go back to Kuantan just to be with them when they need me the most. Even though I'm working in KL, right, it's not as easy about like just spending 30 minutes to pack your bag, right, and you can go. So if not because of New Skin, right, I definitely wouldn't be able to be with them when they need me the most. So I spent almost 2 months with them. My mom is actually in mid-60s right now, and my dad is actually early 70s. So can you imagine, given their age, right, how many times or how many opportunity in my life, right, I can actually spend like 2 solid months with them. And of course, the best part is, right, during the 2 months that I was in Kuantan, my business continued to grow, and I spent a lot of quality time with my mom. So my mom actually go on one of the live program, right, together with me. Some of you might be thinking that why would I make my mom, right, to go on a live program with me, right? Because I always want to share everything that happened in my life, right, with my mom. I want to share my life experiences with her. So I'm quite glad that she decided to be on it. And then she get to know my business a little bit more as well. And of course, right, everything might look very glamour in front of the camera. This was actually the preparation work that we actually have to do. And the trips, right, also make me realize that my success need to come a lot faster. Our parents are actually missing us, right? Miss us more than we miss them though. Why did I say so, right? During my last week in Kuantan, I need to go back to KL on the Friday because that's the only time the government allow people to travel interstate. So this is what my mom cooked every day, prawn. And then on Tuesday, prawn again. On Wednesday, prawn again. And then on Thursday, prawn again. This is because, right, prawn is actually my favorite dish. So by the time I'm back in KL, my mom actually stopped cooking altogether. She just take away food, right, together with my dad, right? So I can tell that they really enjoy spending time with me, and they really miss me, right? And I really feel that, right, I need to have my success here much faster, right? So that I can actually spend more quality time with them. So I'm very grateful. If not because of Nu Skin, right, definitely I wouldn't be able to spend these 2 months with them. And also, if you ask me, is Nu Skin proven? Definitely, Nu Skin is proven. I think Boon Seng has done a very good job, right, in sharing with you the company, the technology, as well as how good ST platform system is. And then to me, right, this business is so proven in the sense that no other platform, right, can give me a peace of mind during the recession. And it can give me health, which is something that I treasure a lot more these days, especially health for myself and health for my family members. And also, right, the third thing that I really very grateful to Nu Skin is the flexibility, right, to be with my family when they need me the most. So the recession is already here. So I know that I will actually emerge, right, as a victor this time instead of the many times that, right, that I have experienced. And also my question to you, right, what is your decision right now? You want to stay as a victim or you want to emerge as a victor? And how to get started, right? It's actually very simple. Everything starts from yourself. You start with a set of product, and then you introduce 2 friends, introduce 3 family members, and you become our brand representative. And in 3 to 6 months, right, you'll be making a commission income of about 5,000 Sing or 10,000 ringgit. So this will tell you that how real the Nu Skin business is. So this is actually a painting, right, done by my niece, right, when she was 7 years old. And I love the painting very much because it reminded me that even the kids, right, as a very young age, right, understand that life can be very colorful. So your life is a canvas. Make sure you paint yourself a whole lot of colorful days. And if you ask me, do I have tough time, right, in Nu Skin? Of course, I have tough days in Nu Skin. Just like I have rough days, right, when I'm climbing the corporate ladder. So whenever you have a rough day, right, just do this thing. I hope that everyone can practice with me. Just put your hand over your heart. Can you feel your heartbeat? That's actually called purpose though. You are alive, right, for a reason. Don't give up. Because all of us are still alive, right, it's because we deserve a much better life ahead of us. So live boldly, push yourself, don't settle for mediocre life. And you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Discover the best you with Nu Skin, and that's the end of my sharing. Thank you very much. Back to you, Danny.
Wow, shall we all give an